Hi. I'm over here. Where's this? I didn't plug the iPad in on Friday. That was a mistake. Oh, it's only at 50%. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with that. Morning, everyone. I need to make sure I'm clicked on the right window, which is this window. Or I can't clear alerts. Instead, I may accidentally hit the stop streaming button. Good morning, everyone. We're working on this painting today. And last week, on Friday, we started to put the ripples in. You can start to see them. So I'm going to be erasing the chalk first today, and then bringing in more of the highlights. Maybe doing the bubbles. Also, I don't like this. That's better. And I like the shapes of what I've done so far, but we need to do a little bit more. Sorry, there's a lot going on right now. So we're working on this. We have a 12-month resub from Gaming Fan who says, thanks to WeWin for my sub gift. And that hits you at 12 for a year. Thank you, WeWin, for the gift subs and getting Gaming Fan to a year. And we also have 14 months from Chaz who says, thanks to WeWin for my sub gift. Thank you for the sub gifts to people. We also have 15 months from Private Butter for Christ, 22 from Eliason89, 27 from Furious Kitty, 13 from the Grackle Pack, and 28 from Somber Mink. We have a few subs this morning on the weird stream of the week, the not normal time of the week. So, yeah. Ooh, I'm running out of water. Spray water. Renee, hey, we have painting to do. We do have painting to do. There's so much painting to do. How was bike this weekend? Oh, I got out 2 days, which was great. Let's get this off first, because I'll have to let it dry. And I have to do the sides of the canvas, of course. That's taken off more paint than I wanted to. It's probably not noticeable. Okay. No, not noticeable. There's a little more chalk over here, though. Because I think we're done with chalk on this painting. I don't think we need any more. This sounds like banjo music. That's why it's ukulele. Sometimes that means extra streams. It sure does. It's basically banjo music, correct. We're gonna let this dry for a second. What I really need to do with this painting is I need to look, essentially, if I think about like the grid that I had done this with, square by square, how the ripples look in each square, and paint that. That's what I need to do. It's still good weather sitting outside of my deck with my dogs. I have not gotten outside yet today. It's been a morning. Maybe after stream, but I have stuff to do. We have a 3-month resub from Squishy. Thank you. Who's going to Raleigh? Recommendations. It depends how adventurous you are. A lot of the places I tend to like are different cultures. Like one of my favorite places is there's a Ethiopian place out west of Raleigh called, oh my god, I forgot. It's in Cary. That place is good. There is a Laotian restaurant downtown called Betamanda that I like a lot. And I heard that Betamanda's original owners opened a place in Cary called SAAP, S-A-A-P, and I hear it's better. I also really like, there's a Lebanese restaurant downtown I like. Those are some recommendations I have. I can look at my map. Because there's more I have. I've always wanted to eat at Side Street Restaurant. I've heard great things. A lot of my bike friends say Bolted Bread is good. I think there's better bakeries, but they all seem to like it. Irregardless is a great choice. Wolf and Porter next door is a great choice. What is this? Oh, that's that place. That's the donut shop downtown. Downtown-ish. Bright Spot. Ajia, A-J-J-A, is Mediterranean and has a really cool vibe. And if you sit on the back porch, you get a really cool view of downtown. That place is cool. I live in the Midwest with hardly anything super interesting. I'm literally down for whatever. Well, there's a bunch for you. There's 2 food halls in Raleigh. One of them is Morgan Street, and then the other is like directly east, like 4 blocks. And I forget what that one is called, but I bike past there a lot. I haven't been to that one. Pokemon Princess says, I liked getting stuff at La Farm. Yeah, La Farm is great, and they have way more locations now. There is one location that is like their actual bakery where they bake stuff, and I don't think they serve a lot of the food at that one. Because there's someone I know that went there accidentally, and then they were confused. Yay for more locations. One of them's in the airport. Okay, we're gonna make some space on my table, because there is no space on the table. And I need to decide what brush. I think I was using this. Yeah, that feels right. I think I need smaller brush. We're gonna switch to that brush and that brush. And I need sketchbook. So this was our little test of all of the same colors, but just like swatched, and then testing the color of the reflections. So I did this, and I think it's too dark, but that's fine. The point was to kind of build up layers. So I really just need to look at my image, which I know, instead of trying to like mentally do it. Thank God for VODs, I've got a lot to write down. What's the place next to Betamanda? Brewery Bavana is also a good choice. There's other places downtown, like I went to a place at the table, which is really cool. It's a pay what you can place, and all the extra proceeds go back to the nonprofit that runs it, and they hire various people. I forget what their whole thing is, but I went there, and like they don't accept tips, but if you like give more than the price of your meal, it goes back into the nonprofit, so it's a donation. So that's a really neat place. What did I eat there? I went there with a bike friend. I don't remember. But whatever I had was good. It was, I think I went there in June. Mecca is the oldest restaurant in Raleigh. I've meant to go, but I haven't gone there yet. And I'm pretty sure it's like southern brunch kind of place. That's what Mecca is. But I haven't gone yet. I just want to go for like the vibe because it's very, very old and has tiny old booths. Alright, I have my base color for this. I need to get more titanium white on my palette. Where is it? There it is. Nope, zinc white, that's what I was using. If you want barbecue, because like that's what North Carolina is known for, the Pit is like fancy barbecue and a lot of locals do not like the Pit because of that. But I did have a guy on a bike ride tell me another place that I've been meaning to check out. That's like true hole-in-the-wall barbecue. Like in North Carolina style. It's Old Time Barbecue. O-L-E, like that kind of old time barbecue. At some point I've been meaning to like take Steven there. They might be cash only. Alright, I need more titanium, zinc. I'm always using titanium, so it's weird to use zinc. Zinc white. I probably need some gloss glazing liquid. And I need to mix this up. And not just mix it on a brush. Why did I ask this morning? I'm getting hungry. I just had overnight oats and coffee. I did not want to get up this morning. People asked about my bike ride. I did a long ride Saturday and then a difficult ride Sunday, and then I went sailing Sunday afternoon, and I am exhausted. I did not want to get up this morning. It was very difficult. Gotta scrape that palette. I did something like 30 miles on Saturday, just by myself. Hit a lot of personal bests. And on Sunday, I went and biked at the state park with a friend, and it's slightly more mountain biking than I'm used to. So it's just like more challenging, but also physically intense, even though I was going slower. Like, the elevation was a lot more, like over double what I had done on Saturday, and the ride was half as long. And it's on very loose gravel, so you really have to like be careful. But it was a gorgeous day. Like the whole weekend was beautiful. I got to see some of the state park I've never seen before. That was fun. There's this giant log that someone's done like chainsaw art of woodland animals on. So I took a picture of my bike in front of it. And then there's a really cool tree I've known about. So we biked there and took a picture of our bikes in front of that. All right, is this light enough? Or do I need to make it even lighter? I think that's a good step. Okay. Lyrics. And gloss glazing. Very quiet? No, they weren't. This is a Fire Emblem song. All right, I don't need this here. This is going to be in my way. I do want this though. I'm really looking forward to autumn when I can take all the fall pictures and have way more ideas for painting. Your speakers were? Okay, let's start in the top left like I should and work our way down. Oh, that does not look... This is where I painted that, right? Oh, that's not any lighter. It dried kind of the same. That's not great. Oh no. It's because I'm using zinc white. It's transparent. It's not what I need. Okay. Executive decision. Switching back to titanium. Remixing this gray. I think we're all pining for fall. I wanted to cry with how nice it was this weekend. It really was nice. That's a little too light, a little darker. All right, that should be better. I can also make this more transparent with glazing liquid. That should be noticeable to me at least. I don't get a fall, so I can't pine for it. People are like, Raleigh doesn't have fall, and I'm like, oh yes it does. Myrtle Beach does not have fall. Nope, we're zooming in. We're not looking at data. All right, like I said, we're starting in the top left. And what I think I want to do first is I want to start continuing this like anchoring of everything, which is like the bubbles and the stuff I have already. And I think this part of the painting process is just going to be tedious. And that's just going to have to be how it is. And I hate that for me. Because like this ripple we see really well. And then this one as well, but everything else kind of gets washed out and it's still there. I just need to bring it in like slightly less intense. And some of it's going to be much brighter with like brighter white that I get to on another layer of this, but this one just doesn't have it. So I'm hoping I just don't mess everything up. That's really the hope. And part of me wants to just work into white a little bit too. And maybe I will. Because if I like how that's looking, then there's no reason to worry as much, I think. Good morning, Haley. Haley says leaf. Right now is ripple time. We're trying to bring ripples in. And not hate the painting. That's the goal. There's like 3 things in this painting. Water, ripple, leaf, bubble. Don't know how I feel about this. Navigating through 60 unnamed layers in Clip Studio. I think it was Leica. Like is a strong possibility. No, she's perfect. We all know it wasn't her. I think there's just a lot more ripples than I think there are. I think I just need to bring more of them in and cover up more of the leaves, which I hate. But I think these concentric rings I have are just not it. And like I told Steven last week, it's like, trust the process and the vision of it. Okay. It sucks when the vision process doesn't seem trustworthy. Whose fault is that? Mine. All right, I'm thinking this is looking okay. Like, this much is looking okay. It's gonna be blurry. But do we see that? The bubble looks really nice. The majority of the reflection is here. So I'm trying to tell myself that. That's why, like, you can see more of these leaves. It's because the majority of the reflection is here, where the light is hitting the water best. So we're gonna work our way across the top. The process has earned trust. A tiny bit. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. When I'm about here, like the top half is done, then I think I can trust. But right now we have, let's see, 4 by 3, 12, so like a 12th. 12th of it is trust. We're just gonna slide this here. And like, it's such a mess. It's a mess of ripples. And it's really hard to know exactly what I'm looking at. And I'm finding that I just need to be messy with my colors on my palette instead of trying. All right, fish leaf. I just need to save the bright titanium white alone for a few spots, so I can't overdo that. pretty bubble. The bubble looks nice. It looks like a bubble. Who put this ripple here? This one doesn't belong here. That's fine. Like I put it there. One was like in my house. I need to go look at the ring. I'm also finding that some of these ripples, like, you see them a lot better over the darker parts of the water instead of the lighter leaf parts. All right, this guy, there's like this tiny bubble here. I'm really glad, Renee. Renee's been telling me about this ice maker. I think I can go lighter on some of this, but I don't want to push it too far yet because once I get into that titanium white, it's going to be really hard to bring this back. And the problem is this part is so bright. trying to build in this ripple. There's a tiny little bubble here. I missed it. Oh, no. Okay. Photograph. Hi.
Just checking up on you.
You see the process?
Seeing the process. It's a process.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything you need?
Could you fill this up with cold water and a little bit of ice?
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is nerve-wracking. This whole time I feel like I'm just kind of internally screaming. Can we internally scream with me? Yeah. Screaming is how you know it's good. Oh no, I need to get more umber. Thank you.
I took care of all of the things.
Okay.
So.
I know one other thing I need you to do then. Oh wait, you did the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I did all the things. I'm gonna go eat something. Again. I had first breakfast, but I haven't had second breakfast, so.
Sorry, I'm checking something.
Thank you, Renee. I do deserve a pretzel. Actually, I think I have a frozen pretzel. Maybe. I might eat that.
Okay. Thank you for the water.
You're welcome. You don't need anything
Thank you for
else?
doing all the things.
Yeah, you're welcome.
How do you think the top part is looking?
Pretty good.
Thank you.
It's so hard to render water.
Yeah. It is.
Also, the picture you're working from on your iPad,
Oh, I cropped in from my photo very, very far. That's why it's garbage.
well, it's just really bright.
Yeah, it's bright on purpose.
Okay. Alright. I trust the process,
I'm trying.
because I mean, I've watched you paint for 10 years, and there's always the time where I walk in and I'm just thinking, what is she doing? And then I come back later and I'm like, oh, okay.
She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, I know that you feel that same feeling too.
Yeah.
Alright, well, if you need me, let me know.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
I might need some ultramarine blue as well. This dried out much faster than expected. Yeah, I do. Uh-oh. I lost the cap. Come back. And in doing so, I managed to get blue all over my hand. We have a 28-month resub from Gaxtronaut. Good morning. It starts out as a hot mess, and then you blink, and all of a sudden it's an amazing piece. I mean, I feel that way too. A lot. Like, which bubble am I working on? This one. Maybe adding a little bit of this as a shadow in some of these ripples would be beneficial. How do I feel about that? I don't know. We can leave it and decide later, too. But I do think this needs a little bit of dark in here. The hard thing with acrylic is a lot of this has dried up just in that short amount of time. So I kind of have to like get some new colors out. And that sucks. Like, I needed to know that Steven did all the things. Now I have to mix new colors because it's acrylic. And that gets frustrating with acrylic. It's why people paint with oil. I met an oil painter a week and a half ago. And she's like, how do you do acrylic? It dries so fast. And I'm like, how do you do oil? It dries so slow. Her work was really cool, though. Oh wait, that's not my paper towel. That's a regular towel, and I just put paint all over it. I mean, it's a painting towel. It's okay that it has paint on it. Renee, that's very draw the rest of the owl energy. I'll stick to coloring. Your coloring is cool. I like what you're doing with it. Okay. This part is confusing me, so I think I'm going to jump back over here. These leaves. Okay. We're kind of working here now. Didn't make that light enough. Now, I know I did ripples right here, but there's really not. What was I thinking on Friday? We fixed it. Maybe. Maybe I just made a mess of it. Every so often I have to remix up the dark color, like the very darkest color in the background here, and use it in the bubbles, like, because they need to get darkened. Should probably be careful to not get paint on this. I'm just dry brushing a lot of this on. We have a 28-month resub from Kit Clyde. Good morning. Day off from work and a bonus paint stream. Sounds like a good Monday. I regret doing so many of these ripples last week. Now I have to, like, pay for that. Because now I was like, shoot, what was I doing? This isn't right. It is starting to come together. I'm still trying to trust the process. So, do we see how the top is starting to look? versus the bottom here. Like, it's starting to look like water. Starting. Past Male hates Future Mal so much. This probably needs to be lighter, but like I said, I don't want to push it yet. This bubble is the weird one because it's light on top of everything else. So if I shove this here, I can start to see a little bit more what I need to be working on. This one is this one. So let's slide it a little further. That one's really strange. Don't like it yet. What if we shipped a layer of actual water on top of the painting? Easy. Painting underneath, and then we have some sort of sprinkler system that drips water, so we get the bubbles and we get the ripple effect. There's something here about that. There's something that you could make or do that would be really neat. Now my brain's thinking about that. Yeah, this ripple is not right. What was I thinking? Now I have to figure out how to fix this. Oh, that looks atrocious. I hate that. How are we gonna fix that? Okay, well, we're gonna start down here first. That smell is so silly. Slide all the way over here. So we have this bubble. So below that bubble, we kind of do get like this ripple here. And then we do get this. Okay, we can work with this, I think. Did I solve it? I think I did. Could the varnish be applied in thick layers to make ripples? So like I know something people do is they like pour a very, not necessarily on paintings, but like in general, like you can pour a very thick coat of resin on like a mirror and then you can trace in ripples. So like theoretically I could do that, but I don't know what the long-term effects of the painting underneath would be. The UV would possibly not be good on the paint, like, because it's not UV protecting the pigments. Actually, I have a black long sleeve shirt on and this is too bulky on my elbows. But I'm gonna be black shirt on the black backdrop, so I'm gonna blend it. That's better. Where did she go? She's a floating head. am very sore from sailing and boating, sailing and biking all weekend. Okay, let's lighten up some of this. Should have ate the boat. We can't eat every boat. I think this will work better as I get this part done, because this is the part that it's the most reflective. Okay, we kind of did this, but it's kind of, woo, it's not really a straight line. So we're gonna move back over here. We're gonna go find this leaf. There are many reflections. Yeah. There are so many. Oh, past me is upset about this ripple. What was I doing? Or current me is upset about what I had done here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Let's start here, because this one's fine. And then we will work our way down into this part that I shouldn't have done. This one is this bubble. Council of Mal will judge past Mal harshly for those past ripples. She is upset with herself. It's okay. We're surviving. This really does need more highlights, but I can see the process. There's more trust. Remember when I said I'd get to about here and there'd be a lot more trust? There's a lot more trust. Would you say this is a trust fall? From my current self to my past self? Maybe. There's a tiny bubble right here. And I started to do that. But I think I need to fill in this part. Vagabond. Just realized you need to do the side of the canvas too. It's really jarring, I think. I think it's, for me, because I'm looking at it directly on, but for you guys, I think right where it cuts, it's like visually confusing. I don't like what I've done with the bubble here originally, because it's more tilted compared to the ones up here. And I don't like how I've painted it. That helps. I think as I do the brighter colors on it, that'll bring it into focus better. So let's place that one here. Okay. So I can see these a little bit better. And like this is super bright. It's time to wake up. The rooster is crowing. bright. More of the gray. I think I put too much titanium white right here. Try and blend it out just a little bit. Gotta do shadow on this bubble. I got a lot of practice doing bubbles like this when I did that golden dewdrop painting. Hello, came for calming vibes. Is this the right place to be? Becca, not sure. There's a lot of internal screaming going on, so I suppose that's not like external screaming. Then it's just me. We have a 29-month resub from Leafily. Hello, good morning. Things aren't too dire. We definitely need to bring more highlights in though, because the parts that I have them in are really helping. Okay, it's just this, and I think doing that is a good goal for today. Oh, thank you, Radio Dread. You are the highlight. Now there's much less down here. This leaf. I think this ripple is the weakest one at this point, the one I did first, because I started to figure out as I went. And that's okay, I can go touch that up later. slowly running out of my paint colors and they're like drying on my palette. I'm like, no, don't do this right now. Any other time, do it later. Oh, that's this one. I just have this to do. And like I said, there's going to be more highlights and details on these pieces. But I have the flow of it down much better. We trusted the process. We panicked a little bit, but we trusted it. I don't like this line. It's still kind of there, and it's unintentionally there, which is frustrating. It just kind of lined up that way. We will have to address that. Alright, we just have this little bit left down here. I have like 3 little bubbles right here to fill in. And then I'm gonna evaluate how things are. But I'm feeling good about this. My brush is getting really like gunked up with paint. It really needs a good wash. I'm almost ready to evaluate how this is looking. Low battery. Sounds like it's getting to be a good point to stop. I do think it is a good point to stop today. Because I think I need fresh eyes on it to do the highlights so I don't push them too far. 50% drain that quickly. It's an old iPad. I'm gonna do a close-up of the painting so you can see it a little bit better. Ripples really pulled the bubbles in. Yeah. It really helped a lot. Adding more highlights is gonna help. So none of the browns and oranges and stuff are gonna go away. It's just the area that has the water right now, all of this gray is going to get brighter in spots. I still don't like this ripple. But do you see the lighter in this one where it's like whiter on the edges here? Like the right side because the light's raking this way? That's going to happen here. But I like the painterly look of this, like this part, and then this is more like solid lines. I could probably do that now and fix that. I should probably do that now and fix that. I want it to be matchy-match after all. So I'm just gonna mix up more of this gray, and we're gonna vibes base this. Actually, we're not. We're gonna go up into it. Paint over these highlights because they are, one, probably too much, and it's throwing me off of how everything else looks. That's better. Matchy match. I do like when things are matchy match. I'm gonna put this brush here so I don't forget which one I was using. We're gonna plug the iPad in because it's gonna die. And we'll do a close-up. I'm really hoping when I step back I love this. But fresh eyes later will help much. So there's it close. I'm gonna go up a little bit. Oh, I don't love that bubble. Okay, that one probably needs some work. there's the reflection starting to get visible. So brighter highlights is going to help because the bubbles have that for the most part. So bringing that into the rest of this will make it more harmonious. I don't like right here what I'm seeing. So I think it's going to be a matter of building the highlights, seeing how it feels, maybe toning a few things back or pushing them more towards the water. But this part is going to have more of the bright titanium white. I do need to bring a little bit in places to link those pieces together visually. But I think it's starting to look good. Oh, I'm so sore. All right, let's do the Patreon ticker, the roll. Thank you to my patrons. If you're interested in the Discord perk and supporting my art other than buying prints and canvases, you can check out a link in chat. Tonight is the Monday night stream. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be playing a game tonight. I might paint this. We'll see how I feel. I have a lot to do today, and a game might be a welcome change. I'm feeling better about this. I might paint tomorrow during the day, like after breakfast stream, because I have that time slot open currently. But Friday morning will definitely be more paint. I mean, I'm hoping I'm done with this by tomorrow paint, because that would be ideal. That gives me more time to photograph it. So there will be a Tuesday stream if I'm not painting tonight. We're just gonna do all paint all the time. All paints. Mario paint. What else? Tomorrow morning is gonna be breakfast stream. Thursday, Steven's playing, I believe, Donkey Kong Bonanza. And Friday night's gonna be Odyssey. Those are the only things I know. Wednesday's Bonanza. Okay. It's Monday morning. I don't think anyone is live. Continue watching. Thomas. Nope, Thomas is at work right now. Did we get banana chips? No, I need to go to Trader Joe's. I'll be out there later in the week. I can probably pick some up. I'm barely live right now. Whew, I'm so tired. Alright everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'll be streaming something tonight at my normal tonight time. I don't know if it'll be more of this or if it'll be a video game. I'll probably see how I feel when it gets closer. And there probably will be a stream after breakfast stream tomorrow. Alright, have a good afternoon and I will see you guys later tonight.